Trees worth saving? Well, of course they are, except for sometimes they're not, because trees actually have a life expectancy. So let's talk about the different life expectancies of different species of trees. So we always see these articles about trees that are, 500-year-old oak trees or other trees that might even be thousands of years old, and people make this assumption that all trees can live to be that long. And yeah, some trees certainly can, but most species of trees actually live a lot shorter lifespans than that. Let's run through some of these. And remember, these are averages, and so there are going to be exceptions on both ends of the spectrum of these numbers. So Bradford pear, average lifespan is only 15 to 25 years. Another tree that's pretty short-lived is the mimosa, having about 30-year life expectancy, along with one that might surprise people, which is a weeping willow, and those only are expected to live 30 to 50 years. Then we get into some longer lived landscaping trees such as the live oak and red oak. Those have an average of about 300 years. And then there are others that are even longer, such as the sycamore, which have been known to live anywhere from 250 to 600 years. And then my favorite, the ginkgo biloba, is known to live for up to 1,000 years or more. So why is this important to know as a homeowner? Well, it's important to know this in case you are wondering about whether or not you should invest in saving a tree. So I have people that will come in and they'll talk to me about, say, a 20-year-old Bradford pear that's starting to decline in health, and what can they do to try to save it. And in my opinion, that pear tree is at the end of its lifespan and it's not expected to live but maybe for a few more years. So there's no point in really investing a lot of money and doing trimming and fertilizing and treatments to try to make it live any longer. It's probably going to be better to go ahead, take that tree down, and start planning on a new tree to plant to take its place. And remember, within those life expectancies, there are other variables that come into play, such as droughts or insects or diseases that can dramatically change the life expectancy of a tree. So it's important to know the species that you're looking at and know the different variables that are going into it and whether or not you should be able to treat that tree or not. This is also tremendously important when you are choosing trees to plant on your property, because do you want a tree that's just going to grow fast and give you quick shade, but it might die within 20 years? Or do you want a tree that's going to be there for your grandchildren to enjoy? So think about those things as you are shopping and selecting and maintaining the trees on your property.